with grafting, you must have seen that how fruitful results are obtained,
Hmm.
and both the plants flourish and survive.
Yes, that means you mean people don't even reach that stage.
Yeah.
When they start there itself, the people around start criticizing them. Now, the common criticism, I would say, that people find is when a person is a first generation entrepreneur, many times what happens is he fails in one business, then he starts another, he fails there, then he starts something else, fails there, and then he starts something and succeeds. Now
Yes.
while doing that, the moment a person is failing, a person keeps on facing the criticism,
Criticism.
and there they lose the morale, they
Yeah.
get disheartened, and they are motivated to take up a job and sell their brain.
Yes.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Yes, so today in the next episode of Unstoppable You,
Yes.
we are going to discuss something more interesting,
Yes.
right?
Let me welcome you, all of you, to our unstoppable you, and we are here to point out how much potential you have in you.
Yes.
Only thing is that certain factors are there
Mm.
because of which the man gets disturbed
Yes.
in the initial stages of business.
Mm.
So we will be discussing one by one so that it should assist you.
Yes.
And Rekhat, I will start from the first point, and
Yes.
then we'll continue with discussion.
Absolutely. So, what I have noticed
Yes.
is whenever a person is starting any business,
Hmm.
any kind of a venture,
Hmm.
any profession, like anything
Hmm.
other than working for somebody, that is, in short, selling the brain.
Selling the brain.
When a person wants to be on his own,
Hmm.
the first thing many people have to face
Hmm.
is criticism,
Yes.
and that too from the people whom a person respects the most.
That means you mean nearer and dearer people and
Yes,
friends.
yes.
Okay.
Friends, then
Family
all the family
members.
members, ex colleagues
Yes.
or classmates, neighbors, so called mentors
Or
and guides,
well-wishers.
well wishers, they all are full of criticism for you.
Yes.
And that is a time when people get disheartened.
Right.
So I would want you to guide them regarding that.
Okay. Dear friends, criticism is a natural phenomenon. It's observed anywhere you go.
Yes.
But the important thing is whether we should be in a position to identify
Mm.
whether the criticism is healthy or unhealthy.
Yes.
It is to downgrade you or lift your moral or to see you in that you're growing.
Mm.
Dear friends, I would like to tell you valuing difference is the essence of synergy.
Yes.
It means if two people always agree, one of them is not required. But when you see because everyone has different perspective for the same thing,
Mm.
and when you are into business or you generate certain ideas,
Mm.
you should be open for a better change.
Yeah.
So if you point out, suppose, a particular idea, and
Mm.
Rekhatai gives you suggestion,
Mm.
you should not look it as a criticism, but how best both propositions, if we put forward, we can find out third more beneficial choice or outcome of criticism.
Yes.
I'll give you example of grafting.
Hmm.
Dear friends, instead of growing two plants separately, people do grafting. And with grafting, you must have seen that how fruitful results are obtained,
Hmm.
and both the plants flourish and survive.
Yes, that means you mean to say maybe on a rose plant, on one side a branch giving red roses, another giving pink roses, third one giving red roses.
Yes,
That kind of things
that
can
kind of
happen.
thing, whether it is roses, fruits, or
Yes,
anything for that matter.
yes.
So you should value the difference. Now, value the difference means what? You should understand from other person's point of view.
Hmm.
When you are selling a particular product,
Hmm.
what criticism l- likely to be to arise there, or likely to
Yeah,
be you will find it
yeah,
uh, that if you just try it from that point of view,
yeah.
if you introduce a product with a particular product with a particular proposition,
Hmm.
whether that product is successful,
Okay.
first you need to create market research.
Yes. No, my
Because without doing market research, if you introduce the product,
yeah,
then there are chances that you might fail.
yeah. No, but my question is, people don't even reach that stage.
Yeah.
When they start, there itself, the people around start criticizing them. Now, the common criticism, I would say, that people find is when a person is a first generation entrepreneur, many times what happens is he fails in one business, then he starts another, he fails there, then he starts something else, fails there, and then he starts something and succeeds. Now
Yes.
while doing that, the moment a person is failing, a person keeps on facing the criticism,
Criticism.
and there they lose the morale, they
Yeah.
get disheartened, and they are motivated to take up a job and sell their brain.
Yes. Uh,
That how to handle that.
Dear friends, you must have understood. You must be knowing the example of Einstein
Hmm.
when he invented electric bulb. Am I right?
No, Einstein. No, I think
Einstein,
Edison.
Edison,
Edison.
Edison, when he invented electric bulb,
Hmm.
that time, how many times he failed? So it is
Um,
said that I have read somewhere it's more than it's 9,999.
yes.
And people used to say that you have failed so many times. And
Hmm.
now, what is your would you like to fail one more time?
Yeah.
That is 10, so that you can complete the digits of 5 digits 10,000 times. So he used to say, I'm that much closer to success
Yes.
that I have experienced lot of failures.
Hmm.
And dear friends, failure teaches you what won't work. And if you just go on eliminating
Hmm.
what don't work, then you have my master success plan ready.
Yes.
So finally, Edison invented electric light, and that criticism he digested, and
Yes.
finally there was innovation, and how we are benefited with his innovation that
Hmm.
everyone is saying.
But
Even I'll
do you know
ask.
one more thing here?
Yes.
There is something really curious about it, which
Yes.
I have read somewhere. Uh, he ended up in inventing the first electric bulb. He was successful in his experiment. It was right in the midnight, maybe it's around 2 o'clock or whatever it could be,
Oh.
in the midnight. So he was so happy. the only person at home with whom he could share his success was his wife, who was fast asleep. So, when he tried to wake her up and tell her that, look here, finally I'm successful, you know what the prize he got for that?
No, I don't know.
He got a tight slap on his face because she said, you keep quiet, let me sleep. And in spite of that, I would say that was a gift a person got for
After great after
giving light
great
to the entire
invention.
world.
Yes.
And he went ahead doing so many wonders later on.
Dear friend, that means after even inventing electric bulb or light, he got one more criticism as a
Yes,
reward, but he took it in the right perspective.
yes,
And you must be knowing that Rekhatai was working as a senior lecturer in
yeah,
various colleges, including law college. So she has appointed as a head of the
yes,
department.
yes,
Then she was in psychology. She used to teach.
yes,
She used to
yes,
teach logic.
yes.
So let us understand from her. th- Have you any time faced criticism from staff members or other
N,
people? I
N
know
number
that
of
is
times.
naturally there.
N number of times. N number of times.
Okay.
As in,
Huh.
I would say people would create some kind of gossips, they would create some stories. Not only that, some seniors would try to give some stupid memos
Okay.
like, you went 2 minutes late for the class, you went in one thing on this day, at for this lecture you went 2 minutes late, for this lecture you went 5 minutes late, like that they would give.
Without seeing what was the reason of
No,
your
no,
late.
no, no, forget about it. The thing is, everybody who used to be a little late,
Ah,
but they wanted to victimize me,
I
and
see.
I used to coolly reply,
Ah,
कि, okay, these are the conditions, you correct your conditions and this problem will be sorted.
will be. I think
That's
there
it.
was a lift problem you told somewhere.
Everywhere, if at all
Can
one
you
lecture,
please tell this to
yes,
audience?
one lecture, if one lecture is on the fourth floor, next lecture is on the first floor, and all the students also have to shift, then the staircases are full and do not come in time, obviously. And if on one floor the bell cannot be heard, next teacher is knocking the door,
Oh,
then you could understand, because I had to explain that
yes.
neither myself nor my students are looking at the watch
Right.
when the lecture is on,
Oh, that's a very good thing.
because we are not, students don't get bored.
Right. So, dear friends,
So that kind of
this
things
is
happen.
how
It happens.
criticism is to be handled. And always remember one thing: if if two people always agree, one of them is not required because both the advices are same.
Absolutely.
And remember example of drafting, and will come
And
out.
I will tell you one more thing about
Yeah,
criticism.
criticism.
When people start criticizing you, understand that you are growing,
You are good.
because people do not try to waste time in criticizing unless the person about whom they are talking is in a way superior to them, and they are not able to handle the superiority of that person, then they go on criticizing the
That
person.
means they cannot digest success of the other person.
Yes,
So that could be the reason, since you are the best teacher in the college,
absolutely.
people used to give you memo and all everything. So dear friends,
That's
don't
it.
worry about the criticism, and we will come with next episode short.
Yes.
Thank you so
So
much.
keep watching. And yes, if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it right now so that you can get the notification. Yes, press on the bell icon, get the notifications, and keep watching and use these advices in your business and in your life, right?
Yes.
Myself and Sanjuji will be there again for the next episode for you.
Thank you
Okay?
so much.
Thank you. He ended up in inventing the first electric bulb. He was successful in his experiment. It was right in the midnight, maybe it's around 2 o'clock or whatever it could be,
Oh,
in the midnight. So he was so happy. The only person at home with whom he could share his success was his wife, who was fast asleep. So when he tried to wake her up and tell her that, look here, finally I'm successful, you know what the prize he got for that?
no, I don't know.
He got a tight slap on his face.
Rekhatai was working as a senior lecturer in
Yeah,
various colleges, including law college. So she is appointed as a head of the
yes,
department.
yes,
Then she was in psychology. She used to teach.
yes,
She used to
yes,
teach logic.
yes.
So let us understand from her. Yeah. Have you any time any face criticism from staff members or other
N,
people? I
N
know
number
that
of
is
times.
naturally there.
N number of times. N.
Let's remember one thing. If you two people always agree, one of them is not required because both the advices are same.
Absolutely.
And remember example of drafting.